p.m. on the West Sea for Leonia. And I know you guys are pumped for today because today we got to go there. Everybody been asking me to do a film session on the Conor McGregor fight and his pre-existing injury, or did he have one, blah, blah, blah. And now we are here because Dana White has responded to those critics and those people who are saying he was hurt. We're going to get into that. Nick Wright, we're going to get into him talking about Wemby's deal, the NBA, their max deal structure, and how they really already have a hard cap, putting these players in a horrible position. We're going to chop up that wood. We also got to talk about Kendrick Perkins and others, Slick Rick the Bucher, many talking about LeBron and all the hype with his free agency, and then they're not buying it. Like, all this delay is not because LeBron is picky and choosy, it's because a lot of people don't want LeBron on their team. Colin Cowherd goes there as well, saying also LeBron James ring chasing right now is that the worst thing. So we got to go get it right now, and let's get into it. Get involved. Hope you guys have an amazing day. All is good with me, man. Same old. Right now I'm in a little bit of a rinse and repeat mode, which means wake up, get my workout in. Yeah, I'm working out every day, you know. Boy, you going through things, you working out. Yeah, so I'm working out every day. Got to get that in. Waiting on my thumbnail. My thumbnail dude is delayed today, so got to get that right. But after that, just got to get work done, man. I got more paperwork than a high school senior in the SAT and trying to fill out applications and stuff. So got to do all of that. It is what it is. Got to do what you got to do to get those itty bitties, right? So love to you guys who are rocking with me, rolling with me. Let's get it in. All right. Now we got to get into this Dana White. What is Dana White talking about? Now I'm hoping today that we don't have issues with the internet. That's the goal. We'll see. But right now, let's talk about Dana White and what's cracking in the U to F. Make it bigger, bigger. All right.
Listen, everybody who knows anything about the fight business, and it's been a big topic of discussion leading up to this fight. 5 years off in this sport is rough. And like you said, great card, unbelievable. I mean, the Patty Pimblett thing right before, you just feel it all in the air. Here we go. I mean, I was expecting at least a one-round war, or, you know, who knew what Conor was capable of as far as cardio or whatever else after a 5-year layoff. And well, there you go. I mean, we're assuming blown ACL. I'm no doctor, but that's what I figured when I saw it, and doctors think the same thing too.
I was going to ask you, have you had a chance to talk to Conor? It sounds like you've talked to the medical team. Have you talked to Conor? Do we know exactly the extent of what happened?
I haven't.
All right, let's stop it right there. Because he ain't trying to show me in there. I want to be in there too with you, Dana. There we go. Look, pre-existing injuries, and we're going to have Emmanuel Acho jump in on this as well. Pre-existing injuries, and then you going out there and blowing out your knee, ACL, is all reports that I've seen. It's something that you've seen before, you've dealt with before, but to this scale, obviously, you can feel the pressures around it. And I think that's what we're going to have to discuss for real. What level of pressure was Conor McGregor facing to the point where he blew past those stop signs? He actually was like, nah, dog, I'm hurting right now, but I got to go, and the show must go on. That's what people are really trying to see, because the kick by itself is enough. If you saw, what was it, a jumping roundhouse kick, that's enough to tear your knee up, blow your knee out. That's enough. You don't need much more, brother. But at the same time, when people saw him stumble, as we saw him taking off his shoes, we really went there on that. So we got to let Dana White kind of sift us through. And what's happening is what happens in any investigation. Keep talking. Keep talking. More footage comes out. Keep talking. Keep talking. We got to separate the real from the fake. Let's get it.
Is he coming out here? We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think he left the arena right.
Then the answer is no. We'll find out when he gets an MRI.
Max said right away, like, hey, man, well, now we got to set this thing up for a trilogy, right? I mean, is there any desire from that, from your point? I mean, you know promoting better than anyone. Like, does that even make sense to do a trilogy right now? Or the way that ended, do you have to go a different direction?
I don't even know. I don't know. You know, you got to take some time. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I don't like talking about making fights the night of the fight. But Definitely not in this scenario.
Yeah, let's be real about it. Like, y'all ready to see that? Huh? Anybody? Is that the game plan now? No, we ain't trying to see that right now. So, all right, I got to give you a little more ammo before we really get into it. A lot of people jumped in on this, so I'm gonna build this up before I break this down. That's the game plan on this. But I know I watched the fight. I know I watched all the fights before it. I know I was pumped. I know that was a great card. I know that was going down, and it was like epic. And to be real with y'all, boxing compared to UFC right now, it ain't even close. It's not even close. One, just because of the fact that when you talk about boxing and we talk about like that's one dimension of UFC. Like mixed martial arts is like, oh yeah, we got sausage, but we also have chicken. We also got veggies. Like UFC is destroying boxing to me right now. And it's not just the business of it. It's not just the marketing of it. It's just the fact that we actually getting quality out there. It's a whole different animal. I mean, I'm waiting for the next boxing match to captivate me, but just think about it, how they sprinkle them in now. It's just like a good boxing match here, a good boxing match there. But UFC is like, wow. UFC is to the point where you don't even have to know the guys. You just like, all right, oh, it's on Saturday, got Paramount Plus, let's go. What? I mean, it is a cash cow money-making machine, and it is highly interesting, highly entertaining. People try to make the damn White House thing political. They tried to turn that into something that it wasn't. That card was amazing as well. It's just like, I don't think anything's stopping it. Let's talk through it. But, you know, controversies like you got an injured fighter who still goes out there and robs us of our attention and our money, that could stop it.
Nobody noticed anything, so.
Here we go. Look at this. Now, he kept that right leg up for a while, which is weird. I will admit, doesn't mean injured, means weird, because we all do some weird things. And how many times did we catch it? You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
And for 80 million just on my accounts, you know, that number's got to be massive, and nobody noticed anything. So there you go.
Look at it. Look at it. All right, he takes it up. First of all, in that moment, it looks like the left leg is stronger because it's the one flexing and doing all that. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it to him. Why are you wearing tennis shoes? And then he does it.
Nope.
And look, I'll give you one more time. And that leg, the right leg, he doesn't put that right leg, all right, left leg taking flexion, all that. He doesn't put that right leg down until it's already locked in, right? He doesn't put the right leg down until, okay, I'm good. I got it. Ooh. Very interesting. Very interesting. Look, I got to keep building it up. Then we're going to break this thing down. We got time today. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got time. I think I got a Emmanuel Acho clip that's interesting. Yeah, Emmanuel Acho went there. And we also got Max Holloway. So I want to save Acho for last just because Acho really went there. Y'all got to rock with me. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. Where is Stomp? Let's show some love to all of us. We ain't going to stop. Dan the Fan has been rocking with us. That's number 1. Jody Jebs, 2. Too Cool, 3. Garden Hires, 4. Restream Bot is 5. But, man, I don't know. It seemed like Stomp ain't been stomping with us since we've been on the road trip. Stomp don't like the road. It's okay, Stomp. I get it, big dog. I understand. I'm going to let you live right now. But I think he showed up yesterday at the end. But it ain't the same normal Stomp. We ain't stomping the same way. It's kind of interesting. All right, let's get into this. I want to show you this Max Holloway post-fight. Get some ammo from him. As he's like, yo, I don't know what's cracking. I don't know what happened, but I could tell you right now. He tried to say that same joke 2-3 times. He gonna say it again here. That joke wasn't working, dog. Sometimes the first reaction is the right reaction. Like, they didn't laugh the first time.
It's probably a little unfulfilling tonight. So just as you sit there right now, just can you process what unfolded?
Yeah, I mean, I had the man weak in the knees, I guess. So
that joke.
You know, all jokes aside, I just hope he's good. You know, I know Conor been battling some stuff. Looked like he really been changing. You know, he found God. He had his kids in there. So, you know, during the fight, you could obviously tell his demeanor changed, you know. And I was, shout out to the ref. I was trying to tell the ref sooner, like this guy's kids is front row, I don't want to see him take unnecessary damage, trying to stop the fight. But this is how crazy Conor is. The first time he's on the ground, I was punching him. He's like, fight. I was like, okay. That's why I backed up. I said, stand up there. Let's fight. And then he fell back down, and then the fight was called.
I mean, you've been in the UFC octagon more than anybody, right? But I just wonder, you knew you had a wounded guy, but it's almost hard for you to stay mentally focused. Like, hold on, remember what we're here to do. I got to go hurt this guy.
Not at all. We killers. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being. You know what I mean? I think so. That's why I'm so loved in this sport, because I can actually separate the fighter from the person. So when I saw him hurt, I was.
What I always say, man, it's way more interesting getting into that person than that player. I understand we've been all kind of like told, marketed, sold for corporate interests, or even branded to believe that it's all about them plays they make. But man, I'm telling you, it's about that person.
Like, man, come on. Like, you call this. He was done, and he wanted to fight, tried to stand up again, fell back down. I just hope him a speedy recovery, It's all love to him. The man, like I said, is trying to change his life around. So, sending prayers his way.
You had a better look at it than anybody, and you identified it earlier. Do you think it was that first kick that he threw?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did a UFC podcast before I came here, and me and Wonderboy was talking about it. Even with him walking into the octagon, it didn't seem, it just didn't seem like the same Conor. Like I thought he was straight there to fight, but like I thought he'd be a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more crazy. He looked like really, really calm, like super calm. So
yeah, super calm could be a lot of things. Super calm could be I'm focused and locked in. I got a new perspective, new way, since I got a new life, new mentality, new philosophy. Maybe I'm not going to be as audacious. I'm not going to be as arrogant. It could be that. But it's also perplexing because you could say, oh, maybe he was already contemplating. He was already preoccupied with his injury, because that happens. When you got another opponent and your opponent ain't Max Holloway, it's your knee. And you catch people all the time. What's on your mind, dog? What's wrong? You all right? You good? And I think it could be that as well. That's what some people were saying. We'll see.
I was just kind of like, oh, wow. Let's see how this goes. And then, of course, I knew he was going to attack me with something, and it was a kick. So, it sucks.
Yeah. Can you just go back? You had said what Conor was saying. You were saying, fight, let's go. But can you just walk us through when you were talking to the ref, telling him, hey, his kids are in the audience? Did you actually say that to the ref? I don't want, or I thought the ref say?
Yeah, I told the ref, ref, stop the fight. He doesn't want to fight.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, nobody wants to really go there unless the other person can go there with them, right? It ain't no fight if we ain't both pulling the rope in different directions. No tug of war, right? If you playing tug of war, somebody let the rope go, you're like, dog, what I'm doing? I'm not even gonna fight. I'm not even gonna pull. What? Come on, right? Like, nobody wants the deer to die in front of the gun. Like, you're right. You want to go hunt. You want to go, hey, they try to avoid me. They try to get away. All those kind of things. And I think right now, I don't care how competitive you are. I don't care how much money you about to make. If somebody ain't gonna give you no opposition, you like, bruh, chill.
I was like, bro, his demeanor is right. And then he said fight the first time. So I was like, okay, stand up. So I backed up, he stand up, and then he tried to do this hop step where he hopped forward, hopped back, and then he did it again. And then when he went back, he just kind of grabbed his leg, and he screamed. He's like, ah, and I was telling the ref, come on, bro. Like, what you want me to keep it? Like, this guy he brought his kids to the fight. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to beat up a wounded dog.
That part. Oh man, blah blah blah. So, let me get up out of there. Let's see if this works. If I do it this way, nah, don't try nothing new, Wiley. You're on the road trip. Don't try nothing new. So now we got to get to Acho, because Acho goes there, and I know a lot of people are hitting me up. I can see some of these comments about Acho. Acho must have said something crazy about me. I just talked to Acho on the phone a few days ago. He was on vacation in Brazil. And obviously, he's covering what's going on in my personal life, which is public life. I get it. I can't break down what Acho said. I saw a piece of it, not all of it. I'm going to get to it. I can't break that down because he's going to take me off the reservation in terms of to respond to that. I got to wait for some proceedings to occur. I can't get in front of the real information that's going to be discussed in my situation to just argue with Acho or discuss what Acho said or debate it or agree. you know, because Acho has said some things. I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. You know what I mean? So it's a whole lot, man. I mean, telling you, I've been contacted by executives, heads of networks, big time people with platforms like, man, we watching this. I mean, for some crazy reasons, and they're all real. It's the greatest soap opera alive. Like right now, it's like a dumb soap opera. And I'm in it. I'm forced to star in it. Oh well. The fight for the itty bitties is why I'm going to have to take that role. But certainly, I wasn't trying to raise my hand to be on social media, to be in blogs, to be all these places talking about this. I think that's evident in the fact that I didn't file. I didn't come out first. And that comes with his own set of criticisms. I'm not stupid. I have not been the person who doesn't look at himself in the mirror first. I'm accountable. Like every time I'm talking about all these cats, I'm always thinking about myself first. That's just the way I am, the way I'm built. It's not that deep. You know, I don't believe anybody's perfect. So therefore, why are you going to act like you are? And I know a lot of people that do. They be trying to act perfect. I'm like, no, that ain't it. So we're going to get into it. No worries. Trust me. Stick around for the show. We can have a little Q&A on it. I respect all the well-wishers out there. I have my Instagram. People, you know, check out Marcellus Wiley at all socials. Check me out. I got to live. You don't get your time back. I don't care how you spend it. God don't care how you spend it. The world don't care how you spend it. I told you guys when my mom passed away, I woke up the next day, it was perfect blue skies, 80 degrees, LA day. LA was like, the world was like, what you going to do? You going to get bitter or you going to get better? So every time I'm faced with adversity, I always get better. And sometimes that's misread. People think, oh, you ain't even tripping, or, oh, what's up with him? Dog, I've had worse days. Just that simple. All right, let's get into Acho, speaking of him, because he wants to go there. I want to go there with you, Acho. Let's see what you got to say about this, because I think Acho and Speak Easy, tell me what y'all think of Speak Easy. I like Speak Easy from day one, but I think they really got a good groove. TJ is necessary. I really only catch Acho and TJ. But I like the whole setup. I like the whole get down. I like the consistency, and more importantly, look, they spicy. It's some spicy nuggets over there, some glossy, spicy nuggets over there. What is TJ got on, some khakis? Let's go.
Everybody that bet on Conor McGregor should get their money back. Everybody that downloaded Paramount Plus to watch the fight or subscribe to the channel should get their money back. And shout out to the phenomenal undercard, but you pay big time money to watch the $30 million fighter Conor McGregor. So everybody that bought a ticket should get their money back.
Hold on. Okay, I'm going to stop that because I need to be in that screen. Let me stop that. We're going to go back, Acho. I'm coming back to you, big dog. See, this is when I'm looking at them and I'm like, dog, really? Like, I mean, I chose a headline getter, headline grabber, headline maker. And on this situation, I'm like, really? That's what we're going to do? You really going to say, like, it's almost said with authority, like, nah, they really robbed us. Did they?
Everybody that bet on Conor McGregor should get their money back. Everybody that downloaded Paramount Plus to watch the fight or subscribe to the channel should get their money back. And shout out to the phenomenal undercard, but you pay big time money to watch the $30 million fighter Conor McGregor. So everybody that bought a ticket should get their money back. Conor McGregor was hurt before he walked into the ring. Can't nobody tell me otherwise. Whether it was watching him try to undress before walking into the ring and seeing how he kind of gave grace to that leg, whether it was him paying a...
Okay. And shout out to my dog Sent here. He said had to pull up since Stomp tripping, that dude gang. Yeah, love, big dog. I appreciate you. I see you everywhere, so it's love. Thanks for the super chat. Look, I'm the type of person that when I go through something, I literally want to see which flag is hanging. So I always I press forward. I keep going. And I want to see if you riding with the red, you riding with the blue. I want to see if you down, see if you real, see if you true. You know what I mean? I had this conversation with my sister yesterday. It was funny. We were talking about the same thing. I was like, don't be like, I don't know. Do you? And see where people go with it. Because if 51 years of life and then all of a sudden some people say something and then they want to go the other way, let them go the other way. You got to, but now you know, stay over there because when things flip, I don't want to hear it. Don't come to this draft party.
Visit to an orthopedic specialist. Obviously, all athletes, they're never 100% healthy. But either way, him paying a visit to a knee orthopedic specialist days before the fight, whether it was him even trying to, like we've all been there as athletes, when you know you have a potential injury, trying to prove to yourself, oh, I'm healthy. He was hurt before the fight.
Okay. I don't know if that means injured. Well, you can't even use an NFL player because we always hurt. Injured is different. Did you see him pre-fight in that dressing room, them kicks? Come on, y'all. You ain't doing that if you injured. You can do it if you hurt. And maybe that's why he was a little more subdued and not as crazy, because he knew, hey, man, I ain't feeling perfect, but I'm all right. Now, because of how it turned out, we're going to go back and re-examine that, which is unfair because in the moment, how did you examine that? You know? Come on now. If you in that moment going forward and this is happening and you just go past it, now we're going to go back retroactively. Oh, yeah, guess what? You know what he did and that was, and I did think. See, that's what happens. Look, it's good fodder. It's great content, but it ain't really reality. Some people, it is. I hate to say it. Some people think I can go past something major and then, oh my God, this happens. Then I go back to that. And then I said I shouldn't have went over that. I shouldn't have skipped over that major thing. Well, I'm like, why'd you skip over it in the first place? Oh, I didn't think it was going to matter. Okay. So all this re-examining, all this Monday quarterbacking we doing right now on his knee, I don't know why he wore tennis shoes. Forget his knee. Forget that he was hurt or not. Who wears tennis shoes before they? You know you got to take these off. You walking in some tennis shoes, like you go, and you ain't got no socks on. Your feet gonna be sticking to them shoes. So you try to take them off. Who ain't tried to do that? Try to take off some tennis shoes and your feet all sweaty and clammy, and you're like, and you. That's what I thought. I was in the moment. I was like, dog, this dude really wore some tennis shoes out here. That's why he's stumbling.
But he had 30 million reasons to continue fighting. Can nobody tell me that McGregor did not have an issue with that knee? Was his knee blown completely before the fight? Hell no. TJ, you know this. I know this. We played high-level sports. I do not think his knee was blown before the fight. But for those of y'all that have never had a knee injury, I have completely blown my MCL on one knee, and I have a second-degree MCL blow on the other knee. I have torn my meniscus completely on a knee as well. I am far too familiar with knee injuries. A knee injury makes you more susceptible to a knee being completely blown out. I don't believe his ACL was blown out when he entered the ring. It might have just been a stretched ligament. It could have been a grade 1 MCL. It could have been a grade 1 LCL. It could have been a grade 1 PCL. All grade 1 means is a partially torn. A sprain is just a kind way a doctor says you partially tore it.
Okay, what are these orthopedic surgeons in the facility he went to? Where them receipts at? Are they claiming private? They claiming client privilege or something. They can't show us. They claiming HIPAA laws. Like I just don't think he was injured. I think he was hurting maybe. And you're going to be hurting. Like you in a whole different element. It's been 5 years. Your adrenaline is crazy. You can't control yourself in terms of adrenaline. You're so damn hyped to get back out there. At the same time, you know, like they say when you're playing the Super Bowl, calm down. It's going to be way different, longer. You got way more to go. You can't just shoot your wad. And I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. And so when I see him stumbling and stuff, I just thinking, oh, this is the awkwardness of getting assimilated back to a new norm. Like he's trying to get back his fighting career. It's been 5 years from getting struck and from striking. Wasn't that deep, but
it could have been partially torn. Then he goes into the ring and he completely tears it. You can play on something partially torn. I played the entirety of a second half with a grade 2 MCL. Didn't play the next week, but adrenaline got me through a whole second half of a game with a grade 2 MCL. So you can go into that ring injured. And he had 30 million reasons to go into that ring injured. He did not start and end a knee injury with that one move.
I don't know that, and you don't know that. And we have seen so many guys have ACL tears, non-contact. Like, actually being real, The ACL injuries we see are some of the good Lord, are some of the least physical plays we ever see. Like a guy just be running on and he running by himself about to go try. He just drops. Like think about ACL and even Achilles, which are some of the most debilitating injuries, and they're usually non-contact. So that means a ghost, you just fell down because a ghost touched you. The sniper got you. So I don't believe that point. I don't think you believe that point either, Acho. Like the ones when everyone sees you go like this, God, those kind of hits, those kind of collisions, you know, when Brian Dawkins is coming, wow, you don't get hurt on those. Those are clean hits and everybody, damn, and he like, I didn't even feel it. I ran through him. But it's when a dude is just turning the corner by himself and he's like, nobody touching him. And So Conor comes out, and if you're saying he's hurt and injured, you're saying he already knows he got an issue. He's just trying to play it off. And then he goes out there, and the first thing he does is a jumping roundhouse sweep. Hell nah. Come on, dog. That's when you come out and tap the gloves, and you're like, all right, I'm going to play this one off. Let me play this one smooth. I mean, make it make sense. This is the thing with all these retroactive perspectives. Like, oh, yeah, now I see. Yeah, he was. The problem is logic doesn't reverse. It doesn't go back. It's like if it was logical then, it's logical now. You can't now make it go back and be logical. That was pretty deep, Wiley. You can't make it go back. You can't reattach it to or attach it to something that it wasn't logical to in the first place. So in the moment, why is Conor in the dressing room throwing 50 kicks if he's injured? But he's going to throw 50 of them kicks to warm up, but then going to come out here and stumble over his tennis shoe, which everybody would. If you got clammy feet, you shouldn't be wearing tennis shoes in the first place. And then you're saying, oh, that's why he hurt. Hold on. Just 10 seconds ago, the dude was doing roundhouses in the dressing room. Not hurt. Then he gets in the ring, and then in the ring, the first thing he does is one of the highest in difficulty. Like, you shouldn't be doing that even if you're perfectly healthy. Anybody? That's what I'm saying. The gaps of logic, that's the problem with saying he was hurt before it started.
The knee was already injured, and a lot of people got robbed because McGregor didn't come clean about his injury. Everybody
come clean? Hell to the no. What are you talking about? Hell no. Nah. I ain't coming clean with nothing. Get that out my face. Nah. All right, let's get real. Let's get real. There's only two ways this goes. He was hurt and he knew, and he was just trying to get over on everybody because, hey, 30 million reasons to do it. Who said that? That wasn't that T.O.'s agent. Remember that time, or his publicist? He got 30 million, whatever the number was. He got like 30 million reasons to be happy or something. I remember that. Okay, good. My thumbnail's here finally. Let me try and work that while I talk to y'all. So I got to change the thumbnail. People don't, it's so crazy in this world. People don't want to watch your video if they ain't seen your thumbnail. They're like, what? What's this? I'm like, watch the video. It's a thumbnail. I don't know about that. So T.O., yeah, there we go. Ooh, I see why. When you see a thumbnail and you don't see a thumbnail, you're like, what's this ghetto? What's this ghetto stuff you got going? I ain't watching that, right? So I get it. Let me put this thumbnail on as we talk. So Conor either A, knew he was hurt, tried to get the okey doke on everybody, and it worked because he gonna get his money. Some people were trying to, I don't know, these fake posts and AI from, I don't know the difference anymore, but Dana White knew and they were talking about it and the show must go on. I've seen all these kind of clips and videos about that stuff. I don't know. But the point of it is either Conor knew he was hurt, which I don't believe. I don't think he knew he was hurt. I think he went in there. Look, he ain't feeling perfect because it's been 5 years. Golly, people be forgetting what they went through when they talk about somebody else. The hell you talking about? But that's one lane. We got to explore it. That's what we do on this show. Or this dude literally was not hurt, was pumped, and we saw evidence of this. The whole dressing room, him getting right, him getting ready. He like, oh. And then he comes out, stumbles over his tennis shoes, whatever. And then he comes out, I'm still pumped, but I got this new mindset, this new attitude. You know, I'm trying, you know, I'm a believer. I'm for God, so I'm not trying to be too arrogant. And then I come out, wow, 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 and then falls. I thought the mat was slippery, full of blood, and other fights saliva, others fights sweat, other fights blood. I've always looked at the UFC. I'm like, boy, that last fight, that main card, that's a nasty ass mat. People have been getting their faces beat up. And it's just muck all on that floor. Whatever. I thought he was slipping because of that. Oh, no, 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 no. People were like, let's go. They were saying, nah, it's more, it's more, it's more. To button this up, it's like life. This is real life. This is a real life lesson. Conor McGregor and this whole storyline is just like life. There are believers and there are doubters, right? And they both share a lot in common. A believer is somebody who trusts, whether it's in God or a higher spirit or in themselves. You can believe in yourself too, whatever you want to call belief. But typically it's supposed to be with the higher power, God. But you believe. But guess what? We all know, even in belief, in confidence, that's nothing but the management of doubt. Confidence is nothing but how you manage doubt. Michael Jordan, whoever you're going to say, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant always talks about it. He said, my confidence comes from the fact that I know that the storm will end. So I'm learning to be relentless because the storm will end. And that's real. In life, no matter what you go through, I don't care what. I saw one of the comments say that his mother passed away in 2022. Rest in peace. Respect, brother. My mother passed away in 2005. I was the biggest teddy bear mama boy ever. I thought I would not live another day without my mama. That was 21 years ago. 21. Come on, y'all. So even if you are a believer, you got doubt. That's why I used to laugh when cats be like, oh man, never doubt, no doubt. Remember them slogans and sound, no doubt. Why are you lying to kids? You know, what do you mean, no doubt? Hell yeah, you doubting. I don't care who you are. You walk on that. I don't care. All right, let's give it to you real. I don't care who you are, and you don't know who they are. You just anonymous and they anonymous. You walk on a basketball court, you 18, and you playing in the AAU World Championships. I'm trying to project for MJ. So you playing in the AAU World Championships. All right. And they got their team and they sick. And then they go out there, oh, we heard about this team from Akron. Oh, okay, let's go see. All right, let's see what they got. Oh, them dudes look good. They good, dude. And then this 6'8" dude come out that's 250 and got nothing but muscles. You're like, what? Come on, man. This is why, the content that's coming from these shows and the shows that we're producing and the shows that are going to come, new shows are coming, it's going to get deeper into life elements and life lessons instead of just sports, right? Right now, we connected and tethered to sports. I want to go deeper. All these micro series that we're going to come up with, all these crazy scenarios that I've seen and had to live through and what I'm going through present day right now. All of this is going to be for content. Why? Because this is the new Bible. And I don't mean it like it's on that level, but the new Bible, back in those days, they wrote down and they passed down messaging and messages. And they were saying, this is from the higher power. Well, right now, this is how we disseminate information. This is how we get our life lessons. This is how we learn things, right? How many times you reading books now? It's different. It's a different era. You read, you audio book, but a lot of us consume our intelligence just through content, through video, being real. So you got to keep up with it, right? Back in those days, yeah, you give them the Bible. They didn't have a TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading the scripture, you know? And now I just want to live through the scripture. Real spit. I see Jason Whitlock doing this a lot. I see a ton of channels do it, and some are dedicated to it. But I grew up in that mindset, TBN, if you guys don't, Trinity Broadcasting Network. I'm kind of going full circle in life now. I'm trying to get back to showing you guys some deeper lessons. So that's how it goes. If you believe, you doubt. And if you doubt, you got some belief in you. It's getting overwhelmed. The seesaw. Those who are confident, they know how to manage that doubt. Simple as that. I think Conor McGregor, man, just walked into a situation where, oops. He tried. Don't do too much, and never do too much when you've been doing nothing for 5 years. Never do too much when you've been doing nothing for 5 years. Okay? Simple as that. If he would have, I think if he would have came out there and just threw a nice jab, we might have saw at least one round of fighting. At least one round. All right. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Sound like y'all think it's scripted. I know it. I know how y'all are. People don't believe nothing no more. They're like, whatever, then. All right, dog. Whatever. Keep it going. Well, you ain't got to lie, Craig. Oh, man. All right, let's get into this. I want to get into, well, we get into that LeBron stuff later. I want to get into this Nick Wright because he's talking about Wemby. And I think it's interesting talking about Wemby, how right now Wemby takes the max deal, but it's not the full max deal. He could have went to 30%. He did the 25%. All this technicality. These owners, boy, rich people, wealthy people, I should say. Wealthy people know how to play with rich people, and rich people know how to play poor people. That is a bar. That is a real bar. Wealthy people know how to play rich people because rich people know how to play poor people. That is a bar. That's life. You know what I mean? Simple as that. So I'm seeing that happen right now in the NBA, definitely the WNBA, but the NBA, because they now got it where they got these dudes making so much money. And y'all remember the $40 million slave book? And I'm not talking about the racial political lens of how you can look at that, which is the main story. But I love the fact that the architecture of it, like in slavery, when you made no money, right? There was a slave owner and there was a slave. Now you take it, oh, these owners are making billions. They just sold what, Seattle for 10 billion or something? Seattle. They're making billions and you guys are making millions. And they're trying to just show that. But the point of it is you can see that there's still this huge gap, not only financially, but in knowledge. And because you don't have the enforcement, you got to deal with it. And it's a great thing to deal with, making $300 million, talking about I'm a slave, talking about I'm getting played. But maybe you are. Maybe you are.
Contracts are already artificially capped because the max salary exists. Like, and now a guy who might be the best player in the whole league is entering his prime. He's not even getting every last dollar. Of course, there's downward pressure from the media. I think there will be on other guys in the league.
Yeah, think about that. That sucks. What sucks is because who said it? I forget. Someone said, like, I got to take the most money because everyone else is counting on me. So high tide will rise all boats. But when you don't take the most money and you are the best or considered one of, when the next person comes up and he know damn well he ain't better than you, he takes more money, he gets killed. Whatever getting killed is, which is people talking shit, talking trash about you, whatever. But that's what happens. Expectations are absurd and people are already demanding of you. And you have great games and they're like, it ain't great enough. You don't win a championship. I'll get rid of him. He makes too much money for not winning a chip. How do you feed that beast? You feed that beast by having a Wemby who doesn't take the money he's supposed to take. There was a day where Tom Brady was getting paid the most. And then there was a day when Tom Brady said, no, I'm going to save some so y'all can go get me the players I want. But then when Tom Brady got played, Wes Welker, for example, he didn't get the player he wanted for the money he was saving him and the discount. That's when the tension started. So I don't like taking haircuts as a player. I don't know why they do it, but they do it. I understand what they're telling us, but in reality, if your rich self and look, we're in negotiation, NBA, NBPA, NFL, NFLPA. If y'all wealthy selves can't figure out how to make this work for both of us, we can't be in a win-win. That means I don't have to take a haircut to make sure that we are in the best chance, best scenario to win. Like any negotiation. You guys know you're going to win because your franchises, the valuations continue to go up. So if your valuations keep going up, you know you're making money. I have a shelf life that is finite, that is shorter than yours. Even though your ass is old as hell, you're 98 years old owning the team. I get it. You don't know half of the stuff you're watching because you just playing with your grandson in the owner suite, but you know you're making money. I know I'm making money too because I've earned it through my play, and thank you for the money. But at the same time, why you capping me when you're not getting capped? Anybody? Oh, that's the cost of doing business. It costs to be the boss. All right, well, what we paying?
Additionally, I'm really curious how this landed at the desk of two of Wemby's teammates, Steph Castle and Dylan Harper.
That part.
Both of whom I'm sure feel like they are going to be all NBA caliber guys, and now have to feel like, well, shit. I guess we got to do this same thing, whether they want to or not. And again, Wemby is allowed to do whatever he wants, and this will, in the short term, at the very least, help the Spurs. But there's a reason the NBPA, NBA, National Basketball Players Association, doesn't love when guys do this. And I would have to think
I got to stop you there. They don't love when guys do this. I think you got to take it away from guys as an option, which means the onus is on the NBPA. It's on the PAs to have it where you don't have an option to hurt yourself to help them. Like, think about it. You're helping an owner who you know doesn't need financial help, but under a system, under a guise, under a structure, oh, we need your help. Like, they have played it so much. They have played it so well. They have branded this and marketed this so well that we are literally looking at the player and saying, is he greedy or not? The one who has a cap, the one who can't even be greedy because there's a limit to how greedy you could be. Like, this pig can't get no fatter versus this hog who we know can get fat as it gets. It doesn't matter. He will never die of obesity. And we ain't criticizing him. We criticizing this one who has a limit. Hey, 2 drink maximum, right? We over here, bartender, like, you've had enough. We over there tripping on Wemby. What's he gonna do? He gonna take all the money, or is he not? He gonna look out for Dylan Harper and them or not? He gonna look out for Castle or not? Meanwhile, we skipping past the one who really needs that criticism, who really has helped design a structure where the players are getting criticized. You talking about chasing your tail. You talking about not knowing which way is up. And look, I went through the system. I didn't change it. I tried. I was a player rep for 9 years. And let me tell you why it won't change. Because it won't change because you don't have the power or the resources to change it. You got to change this through litigation. You got to change this. I mean, you really got to put your 10 toes down. And who's going to do that? Who's giving up $250 million to try and get $300 million? Right? Would you jeopardize $250 million? I'm striking. Oh, no, this is not fair. No, the owner should care. Would you do that? And you had $250 in the bank to just get $300 and knowing that's the right way? Or would you take $250 and take the compromise? Come on, y'all.
There are other guys across the league and maybe even some of his teammates. They're like, well, you sure are putting us in a weird spot.
Yeah.
So there's that piece of it. There is also the fact that the owners fought to get the second apron put in, and now they are able to use that as an excuse as to why star players have the responsibility to keep these teams together when Wemby is one of the guys in the league that at the full max is wildly underpaid.
Mm-hmm.
So that part doesn't
jive.
Sit super well with me.
It shouldn't, and you know it, and we all see it, but you can't do anything about it. Like, the owners have grandfathered in so much favor because they are the ones still, at the end of the day, given opportunity. Like this league, as we see as a league, this is the beautiful thing. Look at the NBA. Look at the NFL, NBA. What they are is amazing at orchestrating and bringing together all these individual teams to make a league. And the league is so important, not the individual teams. And because they have this league, and they have these competitions, they have these playoffs, they have these championships, that's where the importance and the value comes from. But if you think it's just because you could play basketball, oh, you're wrong. Because go to other leagues, right? Some are lucrative, some are not. Go to Europe and play. It's cool, but it ain't the NBA. Go to China and play. Maybe if you're the top one or top two, Marbury, whatever, it's amazing. The rest, it's all right. I learned this by seeing two things. One, youth sports. One of the things that youth sports suffers from is how it's fractured. How everywhere you go, there's a different league. And this championship, this is the 365 championship. This is the AAU championship. This is the TAC championship. It's like, where's the league? Where's the one that says all of it? Nike's trying to do it. EYBL, but what if you're not a Nike player? You're not doing that. See? So they don't have the league. That's why youth sports, the rankings are crazy. The rankings is nothing but paid marketing, basically. I mean, obviously those players are all good, but you want to be on the marketing circuit, I mean, ranking, that's how you get it. I learned it from youth sports. You need a league. There's no under high school league that says, this is the best flag football. This is the best basketball. It's not. It's just guys everywhere just trying to get to the league. And pickleball right now as a professional sport. Pickleball, everybody playing it. Nobody wants to watch it. Everyone wants to do it socially, but no one wants to watch it. So it's not a great TV product. It doesn't have great attendance. I'm not driving anywhere to watch you play pickleball. And if I do, I'm playing too. That's why pickleball suffers. But more than that, they don't have a league. Like there's all these tournaments here and there. And then it's one where my boy Matt Manasseh and them always going to, like the pickleball circuit, but other tournaments. So basically, you just got to watch where you see the top players go. But that's the importance of league. And that's why owners know they are immensely valuable and they can pass down anything they want, because all they got to do to say to the player, their greatest leverage is not how much they could pay you. Their greatest leverage is the opportunity. 3 years, what's the average how much they make in the NBA? 2 million, 3 million? Where is it now? So most guys are 3 years, $6 million players. That's not leading Sports Center. That's not a news topic. And the owners know this. They use Wemby as an example, but they know the meat of the problem is I could take away all those 3 year, $6 million deals because I could just keep shuffling people in and out. And as soon as you get enough courage or enough game or enough platform to become a Wemby, oh, you're going to be fat and full. You ain't tripping. You're going to try. You ain't tripping. You got $250 in the bank. What you talking about? Right? But the 3 year, $6 million player has no voice or is really low and he's gone. Here's another one. As soon as he starts to realize and witness what's going on, he gone. Gangster. It's a gangster game.
I also recognize right now is one of the worst times imaginable to try to remind the audience, listen, I know these guys that make 40, 50, 60 million dollars a year, seem unrelatable, but I promise you, you have more in common with the guys who play for the NBA teams than the guys who own the teams. That if you might say, what's the difference between 50 million and 60 million a year for Wemby? I promise you it's a bigger difference for Wemby than it is for Peter Holt, who owns the Spurs, or is the CEO of the Spurs. Spurs ownership's always really confused me a bit. The billionaire owners, I promise you the 50 million Wemby potentially left on the table means more to him than it does the owner of the Spurs.
Can you guys hear me? I see a lot of mute. Let me refresh. Let me get up out of here. I'll come back. Where am I? 316. All right, I'm gonna refresh. Let me see if that works. Let me see if that works. Y'all there? Tell me if y'all hear me. I can hear again. Okay. Why some of y'all can hear me and some don't? All y'all refresh, first of all. Stop talking about me. That's y'all. Y'all the ones that living in the hotel because y'all the one going through divorce. Viewers refresh. Okay. I'm thinking like it's me. I'm like, God dang. Okay, let's get back into this because we were over there cooking. Golly, this is a good story. Because it's talking about the dynamics we all deal with. Who doesn't have a job where you looking up and you're like, yo, they over there tripping. And they looking down like, yeah, we are, but what you gonna do about it? Yeah, we tripping up here, but what you gonna do about it? It's crazy. Gangster, gangster. That's what they yelling. It's not about a salary. It's all about reality. Crazy. That's crazy. Let's get to it. Let's keep going. We were at 316. What was that? John 316, right? John 316. Gotta love it. Share. Let's go. Let's get to this Wemby. I love this. Nick Wright. God dang, this was good. 316. Yeah. Oh, it's still there. We cracking.
That's always, even though it's logically true, that's always been a tough case to make to the audience. It's become far tougher thanks to over the last 6 months. Every single time, at least once a week, I scroll through Twitter and it's a different former athlete or current athlete being like, hey, here's the thing about making 100 or $200 million. I know you regular folks don't know this, but let me tell you something us athletes have to deal with. Taxes. Who fucking knew? Did you know that if they say they pay, whether they say they're paying you $40,000 a year or $40 million a year, you don't get a check for the full amount. Yeah. They take money out. The federal government does. Different states do. This son of a bitch named FICA shows up, takes some of it. I don't even know that guy.
Who is Uncle FICA, huh? Oh, man, hilarious. Oh, man. Bro. Hey, man, he is talking this game right now. He is talking this game of like, it's really enlightenment. I remember the day I started to look at life differently because I think we get told to look at life. Because look, when you're 4 years old, you're already in school and you're like, what is school? And they're like, oh, we're going to teach you things. But we never ask, what are you teaching me? You just start learning. And your parents like, I did it, you doing it. And look, you could get indoctrinated for all kind of good reasons and bad reasons, right? They could just put things in your head. Next thing you know, you think they're reality. You think they're normal. And it's like, nah, that's not exactly it. You've been slanted. You've been indoctrinated this way. But all these cats are making enough money. First of all, I grew up on welfare, food stamps. So every single guy you're going to talk about makes enough money because there's a real world out there that they are a part of that makes less and still are fine. My two best friends both were Wall Streeters, so they end up making a ton of money, but not from the beginning. They worked 25-hour days for little to nothing, and they were just grinding. You know how it goes. If you know anybody on Wall Street, they start off as an analyst. That's another word for ass. It's a tough gig. But it could turn into something. It's a seed you must plant if you want that big ass tree or you want that big ass thing to blossom. So the point of it is, what I've seen is in this world, it's about enlightenment. It's about what do you know, your knowledge base that expands beyond your reality, that expands beyond your borders. If you know more things, then you will be able to advance and take full advantage of where you are. It's kind of like when you just know level 2 already, and you play somebody in a video game and this is their first time playing, or it's level 1. You're gonna school them. That's the same thing with money. there are tricks of the rich. No, let me not say it wrong. I'm saying it wrong. There are tricks of the wealthy that the rich don't even know. And then there are tricks of the rich that the poor don't even know. Poor people don't know about LLCs, right? Rich people do. Then rich people know about S Corps and C Corps, but then wealthy people know about DAPs, and you're like, what? What's the DAF? Oh, you don't use your DAF? So you poor, you're like, yo, I'm gonna go give me a checking or savings account, right? Poor people, we going to Bank of America, get our checking and savings account. And our knowledge may be a little more than that. I'm generalizing because I don't know all y'all. I don't know all of us. But then you go from there to, oh, I got an LLC and I'm protected here and this, and I got an S Corp, C Corp. Good. Do you have a DAF? Huh? What do you mean? What'd you say? Daffy Duck? My point is, I learned this lesson because I got played, and I'll tell you that story. I'm gonna save that because I got to get into this. Let me tell you how I got played and learned a great lesson that I end up using going forward. 2008, this lesson that I had with this house I had. Oh, it's insane. But let's finish this first. I'll give it to you at the end of the show.
Pro athletes and your friends in the podcast world, I beg of you, please stop talking about taxes. Everybody pays taxes. Everybody knows that when you sign a contract for $20 million, you're not getting the full 20. We all know it.
Oh, this is hilarious.
And yes, we also all understand shorter window of peak earnings. You know, agent takes a commission. There's this, there's that, expensive lifestyle. We get it.
Okay, I'm going to stop him, and I'm sure he's going to keep going, but this is hilarious. But more importantly, I got to give a little compassion to these athletes because I'm with Nick. I'm like, dog, why are you getting on a podcast like you dropping knowledge, talking about, man, I got paid $20 million. Then the next thing I know, after taxes, I was only down to like 11. And then, like, yeah, like if you get $20, you know, you earn $20, you're going to go home with about 13. Like everybody going to 14, you know? So the point is, the compassion I have for them is athletes don't go broke. The better generalization, it's not athletes, it's not entertainers, it's not celebrities, it's youngsters, youth, enlightenment. If you're 21 and given $100 million, or if you're 51 and given $100 million, I guarantee you what the number is going to say, who is going to be better suited for that $100 million. It's that simple. So youth is wasted on the young, right? Because when you're 21 and you get that much money, like Wemby just got 250, what's crazy is who's the daddy in that house now? And I'm not talking about in respect. I know he better respect his daddy still, his mama still, his sister I've seen before. Got like a 6'4" sister. All of them. And I ain't talking about how we talk to each other. I'm talking about who really wears the pants now. Because if you want to know where anything is going, follow the money. So Wemby has ultimate say now, and I've been the guy in my situation, and I'm not Wemby, where all of a sudden everything got to go through you, right? Everything goes through you. People do change. People do act different. But it's based off of, oh, I'm the one that got it, and I'm the one that's supposed to know. But at 21, 23, 25, whatever you know, trust me, it ain't going to be the same as what you're going to know at 30, 35, 40, 45. That's why the average American millionaire is how old? 57 years old. So if all y'all younger than 57, you still got a shot to be a millionaire if you're not. And if you get it this early, you got a head start. But like Nick is saying, nobody want to hear the pity party. Nobody.
there is not a ton of, you're just not going to get a very charitable reaction to, you know what? I never thought about how hard it would be to make $80 million last. Especially when, come to think of it, thanks to these things I'd never heard of before, taxes, it's closer to 40. And 40, really, when you think about 40, that's, you know, after you pay for things like houses and cars, you know, living expenses, it's not even 40 anymore. We got, I just, somebody in the athlete podcast world needs to flip that conversation.
You're right. You got to flip that conversation. At the same time, don't always speak for just response. Don't always speak for compassion. Don't always speak and see how this is going to land. Sometimes you just got to throw it. You know, some of the best throws we've ever seen in the NFL is he didn't see him. Oh, that Caleb Williams one last year in the playoffs. Sometimes you just got to throw it. Forget where it lands. Right? And more importantly, be authentic. So if you're being authentic, I got to say this. What the athletes are saying and not saying is they were ignorant. We all are. What they're really saying is, yo, I didn't know. So decode what they're saying. They're not really talking about the cars and the taxes and all that. They're saying it with a response of, oh man, all that. That's why when you meet super wealthy people, it's a trip, because typically they're more understated in their day-to-days. But they are extremely extravagant when it comes to a couple of things. The house is insane, or the yacht is insane, or, you know, the plane is insane, like that. But the problem is we think we're way closer to that no matter who you are. You think no, we're not. You know how much money is? It's a lot of money.
To whenever somebody brings up athlete money, they need to just go to owner money. Just show me Steve Ballmer's net worth. Yeah. Just do that. Just give me the dude that just bought the Seahawks. Give me that. Flip the conversation to the billionaire owners, because you guys are losing the public with the, have you heard of taxes? Not a winning argument, guys. Back to Wemby.
Real spit.
I just worry that it is now going, when it's already, in my opinion, somewhat unfair for the individual player max to exist for the superstar players. Like, I think Donovan Mitchell's really lucky he signed his deal right before this Wemby news came out. Or else I think people would be like, Donovan Mitchell, how serious is he about winning? Because he's taking what he's earned. And that, to me, is unfair and unfortunate. All right.
I'm not going to let Nick Wright end the show for us. Blah, blah, blah. Good stuff. It's all relative, man. It's so crazy. Like, if you've ever made an ascension, if you ever skipped a level, I don't care what it is, you ever just got to the next level in something, it's amazing at that reset. It's almost like we've all done it. Like, you went from high school to college, right? You went from freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, high school. Oh, I'm the man. Grad party, prom, I'm it. Then you walk on to the next level, you're a freshman again. And there's a senior there who looking at you like you ain't it, even though you may be the it guy. People looking at you like, and you just don't know. You remember your freshman year at college? You know how dumb you sounded and looked compared to your senior year? You know, your freshman year of high school, when you just walking around here, got your best outfit on the first 3 days. And then you know your senior year, how different you sound. It's just that. And I think it's the same thing. These guys we come out of college, we ballers. You get to the league and you like, and then you are a rookie. There are vets on that team, 10, 15-year vets. They're like, do you understand what's going on? You know how many mistakes I've made to get to the point where I got wisdom? Then to that 15-year vet, executives or ownership is looking at them like, do you know how many mistakes I made to be this wise and wealthy? It's like you got to be able to fail forward. I've always looked at money like money is just the opportunity to fail forward, because everybody's going to fail. You're going to fail. Like, I don't care what it is, you're going to mess it up first before you get it right. But in that pursuit of that opportunity or that dream, do you have enough resources to fail forward? Simple as that. Dope topic right there. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys thinking. We still got some more topics here. We still got Colin talking about LeBron and ring chasing. We're going to dive deep into LeBron things right now because everybody like, where's LeBron going, dog? And I'm like, you think I know? I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I don't know where LeBron going, but I know one thing. We're going to find out together. We're going to figure this thing on out. Yep. I think LeBron James right now, a lot of conversation. Where is he going? What's he doing? I want to start here with Kendrick Perkins. I think he's a good start. Kendrick went there. See that? P there, mama there, we there. Ain't no salary cap on top of my dollars. Let's get it right. Oh, love you guys, man. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a member. We are on the road. We are not at home, and we are still getting it in because once again, it's on. Let's get it.
And give yourself the best chance of winning. He's not chasing the ring. You hear these things like, why do we have to chase? He got 4. There's nothing to chase. He's not chasing a ghost or anything like that.
Perk and Vince back with us. Perk, what's your reaction to what Rich Paul had to say?
My reaction before Perk go, because on this show, I go first. Let me stop. In reality, I think that's sad that Rich Paul has been pigeonholed, whatever it may be, feeling pressure to say what he just said. Think about it. LeBron is not chasing rings. We have perverted sports media, fans responding to sports media has perverted sports so much that now one of the greatest players ever, if not the greatest, is not allowed, at least in public perception, to go try and load up and be on a team that can win a chip. Don't go where you got the best chance. Don't chase a ring. First of all, I'm chasing a ring and other things all the time. Some people are chasing a ring in pursuit of the money. Some people are chasing the money in pursuit of a ring. And most people are chasing the latter, like money to a ring. But we are so caught up right now that it's like we perverting it. Like, why are you so thirsty? Why are you like we do that in dating and everything? Why are you so thirsty? He's like, because I like you. What you mean? What you mean? You don't want me to? How many times have you ever been nice, over nice, too sweet? You wrote too many letters. You wrote too many texts. You're like, damn. So that you got to play a game with yourself, right? It's the same thing. Oh, I can't act like I really like her because then that's gonna make her not really respect me or respond because she like I'm too thirsty. Ain't that a dumb game when you got to play that? Here's another dumb game you got to play. I don't want to go to a team that can win it all. And this is like real spit. Like people really walk around here and say this to themselves and really believe it. He trying to win. He trying to ring chase. He's thirsty. He trying to catch up to Jordan. But you got to be too cool for school. I ain't tripping on Jordan. I ain't chasing no ghosts. Yeah, I am. I guarantee you, I don't know what generation. It might not be even Wemby's generation. Oh, it is Wemby, because remember last year, he said, hey, I want to win MVP. Are we considering defense as part of a game, part of what we consider? Defense, if we're talking defense as well, half of the game, I want to be MVP. I'm telling you, if it's not this generation, it's certainly the next one. They're going to start saying, y'all been BSing. Y'all been lying and tap dancing around what you really want. Now, we know that's the generation before us. People like me, my mom and my dad, they couldn't express themselves emotionally, right? So they just walked around here all pinned up, not telling everybody what they really felt. It's happening in sports. Look how Perk look right there. Perk looking like, man, ain't nobody trying to hear that. And you know what? For a different reason, I'm not trying to hear that. I want to hear, yes, LeBron has 4 rings. He wants a 5th. He's going to the best team he can. Yes, LeBron James is arguably top 3 if not number one, number two, wherever you want to put him. Whatever. We know LeBron's up there. I don't even want to have a GOAT conversation. Don't get distracted. However, he's trying to get all the rings and he's trying to do all the things. You see what I'm saying? Like smart people like Rich Paul have been pushed because we know, like Nick Wright said, that's not going to land. I don't give a damn where it lands. Throw it. If LeBron James can't come out and say, I want another ring, I want to go to the best team, who can? He got more power than everybody else in the league. Gangster.
He lying to me. He lying to me. And LeBron is chasing the ring. And it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Listen, he's trying to see what is the best fit for as one. He could get his farewell tour and end his career the right way, but he also want a chance to compete to try to win another championship. And that's okay. I think it's a lot of teams, and I think he's doing the right thing by being patient and seeing what these teams are going to do, what kind of moves are they going to make sure that he's picking and making the right decision. But I don't believe that. Rich Paul can say what he wants. I love Rich Paul. He's a good friend of mine. But at the end of the day, if we're going to speak facts over feelings, there's nowhere in here we can sit on here on national television and say that LeBron James is not trying to compete or go get another championship before he retires.
That part. Hey, you ain't going to hear me say nothing else. No lies told right there. That part. And it's okay. Like, Rich, it's okay. But I know you part of your job is PR, so you can't play that game. I'll play it for you, big dog. Give me the ball. You gotta position this dude in the right place. I always say it. I've had many experience when I've been talking to people and they were like, how should I approach this role? Or how should I do this? And I'm like, do it your way. There's nothing better. People always like, how do you become a broadcaster and all this stuff? And I'm like, I'm at ESPN, Fox here now. People walk up to me and be like, man, it's crazy. I'm like, be yourself. There's nothing fresher in this world than yourself because you're the only version of it. You're the only one. You do anything else, seen it before, been there, done that. All right? We all borrowing from each other. So it's just about, dog, where is your way? And I'm looking at LeBron like, where your way? How in the hell LeBron going to be the one that's got to get pigeonholed? Are you kidding me? So let's keep going on this LeBron tip because guess what? There's more to go. LeBron, knowing damn well he want to go chase another ring, and he know damn well everybody gonna try and kill him for it. Well, let him swing. Let him swing. Here we go, LeBron. Let him swing. Watch this. And they swinging on this one. Rick Bucher goes in. Shout out to my boy Slick Rick the Bucher. He goes in on him. But it's all right. Duck, LeBron. Duck.
All right. I wouldn't come back to this if there weren't so much reaction in my previous episode and my assessment of LeBron James' value as a free agent at 41 years of age. Most of you saw it as a common sense view, not requiring particularly unique insight, but simply reading the circumstances and situation. Others, mostly LeBron fans, I'm guessing, quickly pointed to the grease board tutorial his agent, Rich Paul, gave on his podcast to make it seem as if LeBron were still a hot commodity. Or ESPN saying LeBron is sifting through his choices as if he has an array of options.
Man, I want to pause it here just because I know Slick Rick didn't do this. I know I can feel where this is going, but in free agency, it only takes one, but you really need two. It could be a one, but you need two. If you got two teams that want you, I don't need 28 teams wanting me. I don't need 29 teams wanting me minus the one that I just own. I don't need that. I need one team for sure, but boy, if I got two, I got dough. One for show, two for dough. That's it. You stay in the league if one team still wants you. Oh, trust me, I know. When I left San Diego, that's not fair. I was still a hot commodity, if not hella warm. I think I was hella warm by then. When I left Dallas, I was still I was warm, cold. I was cold, warm, you know, like on the washing machine, it'd be like cold, warm. But I still had, because there was still teams wanting me. And when I left Jacksonville and retired, I still was coldish, because teams still wanted me. All you need is one mic. What did Nas say? All I need is one mic. Let's not act like you need the whole league wanting you. It ain't that deep.
One of those choices, according to Rich and ESPN, was Philadelphia. Or is Philadelphia? Rich going on about how attractive they are with the addition of Jaylen Brown, almost insinuating that the Sixers went and got Brown to enhance their chance of landing LeBron. And how much LeBron could do mentoring VJ Edgecombe and teaching Joel Embiid about his health and fitness habits. How much LeBron loves his fellow clutch client, Tyrese Maxey. And how obviously LeBron could provide the Sixers with an element they desperately need as far as leadership. And
Hey, I don't know. Y'all hear that? I hear a scalpel. He performing surgery right now. I better turn this video off. Oh my God.
Season experience. It was practically an infomercial or a live pitch to the Sixers and their fans.
Wow.
Did LeBron's representation make public pleas back in 2010 about how perfect he would be for a variety of teams? No.
Oh, that ain't fair, Rick. Come on. You're right, but that ain't fair. We in a new day, new way, new era. It's like the game is still the same, but we playing it different. You know that. LeBron's in a different point of his career. We had different choices to make, all that. Come on. I don't think that's fair to LeBron, but this is what happens. Like, we use old standards in new ways. That's how you become, like, sometimes you become dated that way, and sometimes you looked at as wise. Like, you hold on to the old way, and people are like, oh, he's a wise man. Listen to him, man. He ain't get caught up in this new stuff. But then sometimes you so stubborn, you sound dated, right? Like all these old rappers. Most old rappers don't sound good. Not because they can't rap no more. It's because you sound like you ain't moving with us. But sometimes that works. Most of the time it doesn't.
Teams were putting together elaborate presentations to make to LeBron as to why he should join them. None of that is going on here. Rich is pitching his client to teams. Teams are not pitching why LeBron should join them. Yet every media outlet parroted Rich's remarks as if they were gospel. Except that the Sixers used their mid-level exception to sign Dean Wade and had to get creative to sign Anthony Simons to a 2-year, $12 million deal, leaving them with 2 roster spots and only minimum contracts to fill them. If it was indeed LeBron choosing where to go, and the Sixers were one of the teams hoping to be chosen, don't you think they'd leave themselves options to offer something more than the last 2 roster spots and a minimum contract?
Okay, I could cut this video off if I want to. There's no defending that. God dang, Slick Rick. That's my dog. The only way I could defend it is simple as this, because he already, case dismissed damn near. Hold on, Your Honor. Hold on. Let me say this. LeBron's already put out there, I'll take minimum. So all you're trying to preserve is 1 roster spot, not the contract money. And I've seen that out there as a headline. LeBron is not chasing money and not caring about the money. Almost like a middle finger to the Lakers too, because the Lakers were in contemplation of trying to give him a lot of money and max, and we need to talk. But whenever somebody needs to talk, that means you ain't trying to offer me the max. You think the Pacers, you think the Spurs were like, hey, Wemby, we need to talk about how much we're going to pay you. They were like sending every form of communication, max. And then at the bottom, it was some fine print. However, if you don't take full max, we can sign your boys. But the point is, when they want you, always sound different than when they don't. And Slick Rick is pointing that out.
It sounds like, at best, a take it or leave it scenario. Would they shoehorn LeBron and Bronny to fill the last 2 spots? If that's your idea of everybody wants him, it's going to be LeBron's choice where he goes, have at it. Does he still have value? Absolutely. Especially if he's willing to sign a minimum contract. But this is what doesn't jibe with the idea that everybody wants him. Nobody is trying to create an unbeatable offer, and they're moving on to other options to fill their rosters while they wait. There's a difference between we'd take him on a minimum gladly. And God, we hope our offer is good enough to get him.
Was that the way that it was actually presented from Rich Paul? We're going to do a master class on that breakdown. I have it somewhere in my archives, the breakdown of him on that whiteboard saying which team makes the most sense based on personnel and obviously money talks as well. But I don't think it's just that. I really don't think it's just that. I think LeBron is in a comfortable place where he has enough resume where, you know, if I'm taking minimum, it's at my own volition, my own choice. Not demand. I'm not even trying to be demanding. I think he's trying to lower expectations. Now, if LeBron went on a tour, let me give it to you like this, Slick. If LeBron went on a tour and was like, I'm only going where they could give me my money or else. And we've seen that in NFL and NBA. If they can't pay me, I'm not even interested. If LeBron would have went out there, we would have killed him. You know we would have killed him. So instead he says, I'll take minimum. It doesn't matter about the money. I'm really looking at teams for other things. We still kill them, or at least I'm still hearing them take shots. I just think it's really a situation where LeBron has never been in before, so it's hard to figure out. From the inside, it's hard to figure out because, one, Philly. Do I want to live in Philly? Do I want to live on the East Coast? Do I want to really do this? Do I want to pick up this whole billion-dollar enterprise and headquarter it in Philly? No, you don't. Stop it. I don't care if you're from Philly or not. I've been there. Stop it. Them some brutal summers. One, I know they don't play in the summer, but it's some brutal winters too. Stop it. Getting off the plane and you got to change your snow and tires. His whole staff got to do all this work, extra work they ain't got to do in LA, right? Where else? Cleveland. Do I want to go back again? Y'all already forced me to go there the first time. I went back the second time, got my chip, one of the best championships ever. Then I got to do it again. How do you raise the bar again in Cleveland if you're LeBron? Because he goes back, the odds are he's not going to win. I can't say it for sure, but the odds are you're not going to win. But you already left us with the same taste in our mouth of success. Why do you want to go play with that and chew that gum again? You already spit that gum out twice. You're going to go chew it again? Buy some new gum. Jesus. Where else? I'm listening. Golden State. That's right, Golden State. Chances of winning is lower than all the other two. Third highest chances. I'm going up there and I'm rubbing resumes and I'm rubbing greatness and I'm rubbing GOAT status with Steph Curry. Do I really want to do that? I don't know. Just arguing the other side. I am not on clutch payroll. I hate y'all. I am arguing the other side. No, it's not clutch payroll.
If there's any market for him, it's the former. Rich Paul is trying to give the impression it's the latter. If he was viewed as vital to next season's success, why the hell would the Sixers be signing Simons and Wade and eliminate any chance of giving LeBron anything more than the minimum? Or do they consider Wade and Simons more important?
Blah. How do you know it's not orchestrated, Slick? How do you know LeBron ain't told him, like, you go get some other young talents in there, people that could help carry this water, because I ain't carrying no water next year. I'm playing in 20 games. No, just kidding. I'm playing when I want to play, when it feels good, when it's best for my body at 42. Like, you can't make a 42-year-old your priority. Who's done that and it's worked out? Go. Tom Brady. But Tom Brady, outside of him, I don't know anybody at that tender age that we were still thinking was it. I know some other people tried, old Jerry Rice, and like, ain't nobody trying to build around 42. So it's okay to go build. Let me see what you're doing. How you know Rich Paul didn't say, hey, go get your team as constructed. LeBron's going to make his decision, or pun intended, he's going to make his decision once he sees exactly what y'all got, not what you talking about. Yeah. No, I'm not going to go there and then you're going to go get these guys. I'm going to wait till you go get them. I ain't going nowhere. Oh, we're going to use up all the money. I don't need no money. What else you got to say? I think sometimes people always expect norms. We talk, we look, we rank, We register. We are informed. Everything's based on grouping. And the problem is when you're talking about greatness, he ain't a part of no group. He's going to think outside the box. We don't ever think outside the box until we get in the box. Then we're like, oh, this is what LeBron was doing. Too late. That's why LeBron is LeBron. LeBron's a super successful businessman, super successful basketball player. He ain't thinking like us. And I ain't thinking like you, and you ain't thinking like me. Like we all thinking different levels of what was the word we used before? Enlightenment. LeBron probably learned don't be first to the team after the decision before and all that. And then he knows all of the stuff. I don't know. I just think it's smart. I see both sides as smart. But we always registering stuff the way we would do it or the way that we've seen it done. How about a pioneer? How about a new way? How about a different way? When the last time, okay, I'll give it to you like this because I know y'all thinking I'm a fan man right now. I'm just thinking, when's the last time you saw a 42-year-old who still was one of the top players in the world even being a part of free agency, part of conversation? Go. You don't have references really, right? So that's my point. If you don't have references, stop acting like you know what he's doing. You have nothing to reference. Gotcha. What's that in chess? They say check or checkmate. I don't know about checkmate. I don't got y'all in the corner like that, but I got check. I definitely got check. Y'all be tripping. Anyway, I love it. Love it. Love it. Let's keep going. That was great. I love Slick Rick for that. Let's talk about, is there any more layers on this LeBron topic? Let's say that. There might be, but I am fatigued. What time is it? Oh, it's 6:30. Ain't no overtimes here. Shoot. All right, let's do, I'll give you a level of enlightenment. Remember I told you this story? It was, what was it? 2008. And, well, I can't tell y'all that story. That story is actually playing out. That person is still going. That person's still a name and it's still going. All right. Make sure y'all ask me this question about 2008 in about, I don't know how many. They may get through it. I don't know. Just keep asking me that in the comments. 2008. It's an amazing story. It's about the super wealthy. I can't call them out now. I can't do that. But y'all also beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think, where LeBron is going, etc. Love you guys, man. You know I'm going to be here tomorrow. We get after it. We get it in. So have an amazing day. I know I will. Peace. Y'all are crazy. Crazy.